The first presenter, Elizabeth Fauerso, Chief Marketing Officer. How early did y'all get here? Elizabeth Fauerso has served as the Chief Marketing Officer of the Pearl for the past 5.5 years. Before that, she served as Vice President and Executive Director for Strategic Planning at Dieste, one of the country's leading Hispanic marketing agencies, where she led the marketing program development for brands including AT&T, Levi's, Procter & Gamble, Southwest Airlines, and Pepsi. And this year, she was awarded the San Antonio Chamber of Commerce Visionary Award. Please welcome Elizabeth Fauerso.
I don't think I need the box. And it's blinding up here. Okay. Thank you guys for having me. Sean, I'm gonna hit the button. I'm not gonna talk. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Icebreaker. I think I came up with this title because I really thinking now more than ever, we need to think about how do we take our power, our skills, our life, and our success and bend it towards the arc of justice and kindness and not get mired down in the bog of terrible bullshit. Speaking of, ShamWow, think different. There's probably not a lot of areas where there's such a dichotomy. Marketing can be gross, profane, embarrassing, even dangerous, or collect our consciousness and break through and do good and change things and be beautiful. 6 years ago, I was invited to work at Pearl, and this is a snapshot from our homepage of our website. It's a place. It's where people live. We do things. Chefs cook there. We have a farmer's market. We just had our tamale festival. It's not a thing. And so how do I market that? How do I not ruin it with bullshit? Mom, sorry, I'm swearing a lot. So I really broke it down into this idea of do. It's a commercial activity, or be, an invitation to a relationship. Do is buy an airplane ticket. Be is, here's who we are. We're bucking trends. We're a place that people love to work. We're part of the world. We invite you in a long-term thing. Do is a commodity, a transaction. It reduces everything down to our most finite self, in which there's very little potential creativity, and there's actually very little accountability, because do is just one thing: buy, sell. And it absolves all of us in that moment of who we are. This is a campaign that I worked on with Levi's. The main launch of it was an actual tape of Walt Whitman reading his poem, Pioneer, O Pioneer, and connecting us with this idea of who we are as Americans. It wasn't underestimating the viewer, underestimating the brand and the client. It was a moment in which, not a 4th of July sale, but an American moment. And so I thought, what's the difference between do and be? One of the things is conflict. In do, you're glossing it all over. You're throwing superlatives to the wall like spaghetti, saying, best, the world's greatest, buy, we love it. Versus saying, conflict is interesting. Without conflict, there's no hero, there's no story. This is no conflict. This is, my hair is dull, which my hair probably is dull. I need to buy this stuff. It's the best, it's the shiniest, it's the greatest, I'm gonna buy it. But if I don't feel like making my hair shiny right then, this just means nothing to me. And after that transaction, and when I buy it, and I have bought it, and I worked on this brand, so I have my asshole bona fides, means nothing. This is actually a big brand, Dove, that in 2009 said, I'm going to sit right on the fault line of conflict and say, the beauty industry is bullshit. It has been body shaming and beauty shaming women for generations, and we're going to address it. And we're going to create a foundation, and we're going to change our business model and our product model. Big deal. Also, nothing is neutral. I was talking about this today on a tour of media. Everything pulls us towards accepting compromises, plastic packages of ketchup. You know, one of the things I always think about in marketing is it adds to my brand or it detracts. It adds to my life or it detracts. Neutrality is an enemy. This is an enemy. Everything in here, why is it there? What is it? It came from a procurement company. It means this is a 4-star hotel, 5-star hotel. It's nothing. There's no story there. It's just stuff put around. And in all marketing, that is an enemy to goodness and braveness and interest. This is Hotel Emma Lobby. Everything in this picture, there's a story, there's a reason it's there. We worked hard and we fought against our own procurement company saying, no, not that. Well, let's just put this here. No, that doesn't tell a story. It doesn't help the brand. It doesn't help our project. So we reject. Another thing here is mean it. Stop lying. I hate the show Mad Men, even though they all look great and it's fun to watch, because it's a primer in lying. And marketing shouldn't mean lying. We shouldn't grow up to be assholes. We should grow up to be authentic, complicated beings, and our brands can be that too. This is a lie. This is bullshit. This is a huge national brand, but it's gonna break down. It's breaking down because we are smart and we are strong and we are starting to acknowledge building the next generation Walmart is not true. And so even with full brunt force of money, it's not true. This is a personal thing here. I want to say hashtag stop lying to us about yogurt. The yogurt marketing towards women is so insane. We're not delighted by yogurt. At the end of the day, I don't want to eat yogurt. I don't want a 6-ounce sugar-free yogurt can of key lime yogurt. It doesn't make me happy. I don't want it, so stop telling us that. This is a brand that is our hometown brand. I'm not saying H-E-B is perfect, but this is a company that's got credentials, that's got authenticity, that's based here. When they say go local, more produce grown than any other retailer, I believe them because I know it's true. Our farmers markets work with H-E-B, and that's why H-E-B is the only brand that's been able to stand up to Walmart. Timing. Social media is about timing. It gives us cultural context and the ability to react. Twitter is not your dream journal, so hold it together, people. Unless you're the president-elect, then it's just where you go. Hey-o! This is a big brand, a big national brand. 2012, Oreo came out with this on Twitter and Facebook, again, on conflict. They said, this is what our brand is about. And they actually used these social media channels to provoke a conversation and make a stand, and they stood by that, and they always have. This is just also something I love. After Formation came out, within an hour, Red Lobster was like, what's up, Cheddar Bay Biscuits? It's kind of dorky, it's a little embarrassed, it's a dad humor, but it's Red Lobster being in the moment. So that's how we use social media. It's about provoking a conversation, being part of a community globally. So at Pearl, I feel this is our Instagram feed that goes on our website. And I think if you love a brand and you love what you do, set it free, be part of a conversation, pretend that marketing is sitting at a dinner table with people that you respect enough to be honest and complicated, and that we're arcing towards justice. So thank you guys.
All right. You stand right there if you want to use that. Oh, sorry. Watch out for the box. Now, this is the segment where I ask embarrassing personal questions usually. But I'll start with something more tame. The latest, how do you market the Pearl differently inside San Antonio as to outside San Antonio if you want them to reject the other? Or do you do that?
There's not really a difference in the sense that the way that we market Pearl is really about a conversation. So we rely almost exclusively on social media, on content. So we work with a lot of incredible, talented people like Scott, who's here tonight, Scott Martin, and JP, and people that create beautiful, representative things about Pearl, and then we just kind of, it's that thing about being, almost like having a kid, like, let's not ruin it. So we just create channels, whether you're in San Antonio. I'm trying not to ruin my daughter. I'm really trying. She's 3. Wow. So it's like creating channels through which people can connect with Pearl, whether you're here, whether you're in New York, whether you're in Paris, wherever.
I'm sorry?
Whether you're in Paris.
Paris, okay.
That's kind of speaking French, Randy.
I had no idea what you were saying.
That's French.
All right, and now
I said a French word.
Also, for the people who are here, and they might not have seen it in the news media, although they should have, some of the latest things going on at the Pearl. You have plans for a new building?
Yes. You will see behind our ever-present construction fences the 10-story cellars, which is a new, beautiful apartment complex, and then our bottling department, which is a food hall that will be adjacent to our new park. Which is just going to be a big 2-acre place to hang out and bring your kids, maybe my kid, to sit there, maybe have a glass of wine. I'm not building it for myself. I'm building it for you guys.
And could you do that Trump voice again just a couple times?
Did I do a Trump voice?
I think you did.
I kind of was in a fugue state. I just said Twitter. When I said Twitter is not your dream journal, except you, dude.
Wrong. You did Twitter voice. You did Trump voice.
Huge possibilities of expressing myself through social media. Huge.
And I'm afraid, well, we don't have time, but I'll ask you later how you would like market news for the whole not bullshit. Oh, I cut the wrong word off of there. The wrong bullshit kind of thing. How would you do that in 2 words or less?
Market news.
Okay. Give it up for Elizabeth.
Be real.
Elizabeth Fauerso, thank you very much. I'll have to ask you later.